What's up, my boys? Alright, so this video is going to be about yesterday's New York trade that we took. It's just going to be a quick recap. Alright, so first and foremost, we went to the 15 minute before the new 4-hour candle open. Right, we have a fair value gap here, and we had a fair value gap right over here. Alright, that was not mitigated. I mean, there was an equal low, but I don't consider that as mitigated, right? So other than that, what do we have? We dropped to the 5 minutes. On the 5 minutes, we got two fair value gaps inside this 15-minute fair value gap, so we're not going to take that. What other fair value gaps do we have? We have, let's see, we have two fair value gaps right here, right? So we're just going to mark these two fair value gaps. Nah, this I wouldn't count it because it's mitigated, right? This is still a fair value gap. Alright, and we have this fair value gap right here. Alright, so our fair value gaps are done. Oh, this already mitigated, so let's delete that. Okay, so we have these two fair value gaps right here. Right, so next thing I was waiting for the price to either hit this 15-minute fair value gap or create a new 5-minute fair value gap or a 15-minute fair value gap or go down and so on and so forth, right? So from this we actually see that okay, price actually created a new 5-minute fair value gap, break through these two 5 minutes fair value gap, right? I don't believe that we had a 15. Yeah, we don't have it yet because it's still at 11, right? So at 11, what happened? When the candle opened, it just broke through everything, tapped this 15-minute, right? But we had a 5-minute over here, right, before another 15-minute was created, right? And in this case, our CISD would have been over here, right? This would have been our CISD line. Let me just sneak it into 4, right? This would have been our CISD line. So I was waiting. Maybe we get a new lower low. We had a new lower low, but this also tells me that the 15-minute is done, right? It's done. It's not going to be tradable. So I went back to the 15-minute and I see, oh, okay, cool. We have another 15-minute fair value gap here, right? So this becomes a 15-minute, and this becomes a 15-minute, right? So we go back to the 1 minute. Yeah, we go back to the 1 minute. We wait for the price to hit a level, right? So what happened? Did we have another 5 minute? Oh, my bad. This is where we took the trade. Alright, so this 15-minute was created, right, at this 5-minute was created, right, before that 15-minute was created, right? Okay, cool. So bear in mind the 15-minute got tapped, so we deleted off that because it broke below the 15-minute. Let me just show you that again. Where was the 15? Yeah, this was the 15, right? So this was the 15-minute. It broke through and created a 5-minute fair value gap, right? So what happened next? Since this was already mitigated and we don't have a CISD, I deleted it off, waiting for a retap of this, right? Close enough, it retapped. And where is our CISD, right? The low and the high. By right, our CISD is here, right? This is a risky CISD because this was the low move that made the high and all that. So this is supposed to be, but since this whole thing was actually one move, I just put the CISD here, which you can do it also, but it's a bit more risky. And then next I went to see ES for SMT, and we had a 2-candle SMT, right? High, low, and on NQ it was a low and a high, right? It was this right here. Yeah, it was this, right? So next I waited for a break. It broke, took a sell here, stop loss right above this SMT highs, right? Using the Fib tool, I marked this to this and marked till a -2 or 2.5. I remember it was like, I think it was 2.5. Yeah, right? But what happened next? was the market totally edged us. It was so close to our stop loss, guys, right? It was so super close, and then it just decides to go down all the way and hit our take profit, right? It hit our take profit, and we hit a 1:2.22, right? But let's say you wanted to wait for this to be broken, right? That would have been cool too, right? You would have like marked this to here and marked this to here, and you would have still hit a 1:2, 2.19, right? You still could have done that. So that was the trade for yesterday, and if I let it play out, you can actually see that the price actually went up all the way. Let me go to the 5 minutes, right? After that, price went up, and hit off this, gave another SMT, and then shot right back down. Yeah, so there's a trade for New York. We managed to capture this move. We reacted to how the market was moving, and that's about it.